Today, we're talking about why we say yes to things we don't want to do and a simple framework you can use to protect your time without feeling guilty.
Life is beautiful.
But before we get into today's episode, Nick, quick trivia question for you.
Yeah.
The Roman numeral V stands for what number?
You got to get more creative with these. This is too simple, Mike. Come on. You're better than that. You're better than that. Yes, it is.
Next week, I'll,
All right,
I'll,
it's
I'll
the
make it a
number-
little more difficult.
Yeah, V is 5 in Roman numeral.
5-star Friday. That is what today is. It is 5-star Friday, which means it is the one time a week where we take 10 seconds to ask you to take 10 seconds to drop us a 5-star rating wherever you podcast. That way, when other people come to the show and they see the 7-minute mindset and they see all those 5-star ratings, they think to themselves, all right, this must be a very good show because all these other people think it's a very good show, because we all have that bias operating in our minds. So if you can do us a huge solid so that we can keep growing the show and keep getting other people to get their minds right as well and to join this family that we're building here, that would mean the world. All right,
Appreciate you.
that is done.
All right.
Moving on.
To today's regularly scheduled program. What do we got for today, Mike?
So today we're starting with a quote because I came across this quote and I loved it. And it was also extremely relevant for the period of time that I was in, but also today being Friday, I think it's extremely relevant for you, the listener. Okay? The quote is this: say yes happily or say no confidently. Never say yes begrudgingly. What does that quote mean to you?
Oh man, that is really freaking good, because what that means to me is basically, if you're going to say yes to plans or people, make sure you really want to do those plans and be with those people, because your energy when you're with them is going to show it.
Yeah.
And if you say yes, but you really deep down inside don't want to do it, then that energy is going to show.
Well,
when you're
there's
with
also
them.
the confident no piece,
The
which I think
confident
is
no.
also really useful.
Absolutely.
If you're going to say no, say it confidently,
Yeah.
not with this feeling of guilt.
Yeah. And also say no without making up all these excuses of why you're saying no.
Yeah.
And I think people do that often. Like, you get invited to a party and you're just like, oh, what excuse am I going to make up? No, I can't. I'm going to my brother's kid's baptism on that day and I can't make it. No, you can literally just say, no, I can't make it that day.
I
I'm
like
sorry.
to just tell people, no, I'm actually going to be sick that day. Sorry.
So you make up a lie?
No, so I said this was perfect timing for me personally. So you have this yearly tradition where you celebrate your birthday in Montauk, Long Island, which is kind of like the Hamptons, basically.
Yeah, it's right after the Hamptons.
For people who have never heard of Montauk, it's part of the Hamptons.
No, it's right after the Hamptons, but yeah.
Okay, whatever. Same shit.
Got it.
It's all same
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Same
It's
shit.
a similar vibe.
And I go to that every single year with you. And I love doing that with you. I genuinely do. But we were at a point in our business where there was a lot of work to be done that only I could do because it suited my skill set. And it was starting to really pile up.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that if I was to go to Montauk with you on that weekend and not be able to catch up on this work, that I would not be totally present. I would not be totally happy being there, because in the back of my mind, I knew I had all this work that I needed to do. So as much as I wanted to go, as much as I knew you wanted me to go, I sat down and I told you, listen, would you be upset if I don't come? And here's the reason why. I have a lot of work and I just feel like if I do go, I'm not going to really be totally present as much as I want to go. And we just had this very...
And what did I say to you?
You said to me, what did you say to me? You know your exact words. What did you say to me?
I want you to tell me. It doesn't have to be exact
I'm
words.
pretty
but
sure
what
you
was
said,
the-
I don't care.
No.
Like, I don't care what you do, but in a good way, not in a
it
bad way.
wasn't like
All right, what'd you say then? Why are you why are you
the
quizzing
sentiment
me?
I gave you was that I want you to do what is going to be best for you.
Oh, yes. Okay.
I rather you not
And
come.
that was right after you said, I don't fucking care.
No, it wasn't. But the reason I'm saying that is because oftentimes people get scared to do what you did to people that they quote unquote love or that love them, that they're going to get upset. But if people really, really love you, right, then they will understand and want to respect your boundaries and want the best for you. And the people that get upset at you when you give them that no and you gave them that reason, well, then maybe you should really question their love for you, because it's not really pure. They only are loving you when you can be with them or do something with them or for them.
100%. That's so powerful and so true. I wholeheartedly agree. I do want to get into why we do this. Like, why do we say yes to things that we don't want to say yes to? Why do we do this?
Yeah, why?
And it turns out that we are wired for this. And we talked about this in a recent podcast episode. It comes from very, very ancient programming. When we as humans were trying to survive in the hunter-gatherer days, thousands and thousands, like I'm talking tens and hundreds of thousands of years ago, the only way that we were able to survive was by being a part of a tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were not a part of that tribe, if you were exiled for whatever reason, that meant death. And so we have this very deep tribe mentality baked into our brains. And so that is why we feel like if we say no to this thing, there's a sense of guilt attached. There's a sense of fear attached, because that might mean, like you were talking about earlier, that might mean that this person will not talk to us, will quote unquote exile us from this group. But like you said, if they really love you, you're not going to get exiled. And also you're operating on 100,000-year-old programming.
Yeah.
So that is why we tend to do. That's one of, I won't say that's why, that's one of the many reasons why. There's also a lot of psychological, like childhood stuff that will affect why certain people do this more than others. But like at the very base level, that is why.
Yeah, I also think it's interesting to get leverage on yourself with the simple fact that we often think we don't want to say no because we don't want the other person to think we're selfish, right? But at the end of the day, every time you say yes when you really want to say no, you are really hurting yourself. You are.
Well, not only that, you're hurting both yourself and the person.
And
because you're showing up with this hidden resentment.
Exactly.
And that resentment is only going to grow inside and come out even worse down the line. So you're hurting yourself and them.
And then what it does to you deep down inside is it exhausts you.
Yes.
You get emotionally exhausted, and then you start to be a shittier person than what you can be.
I'm going to jump into Mike's Science Corner for one quick second. Another piece of ammo for you, if you're a people pleaser, to start saying no to shit is we overestimate how much the other person actually cares. Okay, so there's a study done. There was a study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology in 2023 where researchers found invitees consistently overestimated the negative consequences of declining an invitation. Hosts were way less bothered than decliners predicted. No one cares that you're not there like 99.9% of the time.
Or if they do, it will soon be forgotten by the good time that they're having at the place where they are at.
So it's never that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Is basically the long story short.
Yeah. So what's the call to action here, Mike?
So we promised a simple framework you can use to protect your time without feeling guilty. And that framework is what I call the want or worry test. Okay. So it's a very simple question. Am I saying yes because I genuinely want to, or because I'm worried of what they think if I don't say yes?
That's really good.
It's that simple. Am I saying yes because I genuinely want to go to this thing? Like I really actually want to be there? Or am I saying yes because I'm worried of what they will think if I don't? The want or worry test. Go if you genuinely want to, or confidently say no. Don't do the in-between shit where you're just burying resentment that only comes out later.
I know we're going a little over, but I gotta rebuttal something here.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so let's say, for example, you helped me move the other day, right?
Yeah.
So you don't. I said, Mike, can you help me move? You don't want to help me move, right? Genuinely, it's not something you want to do.
That's not true. I genuinely wanted to help you move. I did.
All right, but let's say you didn't genuinely want to help me move. No, but what I'm trying to say is like there's things that you don't necessarily want to do, but you know are the right thing to do, and you're not necessarily worried about the other person, but your consciousness is telling you that you should do it. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
That's a very, very fine line.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
That's a very fine line.
It's like I don't want to go to that funeral, right? And I'm not worried about them thinking something, but I know that I should go. because it's the right thing to do for me
Yeah, but
personally.
that for me, like all these cases that you're saying, that means I genuinely want to go because it's the right thing to do.
So you're saying like,
It's not about like, will I have a blast going there? It's do I genuinely want to be there?
I
Like,
gotcha. So it's not about having like want as
it's not like it's going to be the greatest time ever. It's not like when I go help you move, we're going to have a fucking amazing time.
yeah,
No, it's going to be hard work, but do I genuinely want to be there?
because you want to be there to
Support
your
you.
friend. I got you.
Right.
Okay.
So
All right.
it still works.
No, that was good. All right.
But I like the pressure test.
All right. I like it.
I'm sure someone else will have another pressure test. This is a fun conversation. I feel like everyone deals with this. Anyway,
right.
the want or worry test. Are you saying yes because you genuinely want to, or because you're worried of what they will think if you don't?
All right. Thanks for
Test
hanging.
that on your weekend plans.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. We love you.
Doing things you want to do. Love you. Peace.
Peace.